It has been far too long since I've uploaded anything on here, and I figured before I start off today's video, I owe everyone an explanation and an apology for my extended and unexpected absence. So let's just get that out of the way first. So, about my extended absence. A lot of this stems from my mental health because I think, realistically speaking, I was doing too much too soon with these reviews. And it's not that I don't enjoy doing them. In fact, I love doing these reviews. I've always wanted to do reviews for this game, especially since I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do reviews for cars in this game. But I think I was putting too much on myself and tried to meet deadlines that I realistically could not meet. And I think that caused me to have a bit of a burnout. Another reason why I think I haven't really felt as motivated to continue making these videos is because the job that I am actually just about to leave caused me to not really fully recover between shifts, and I was going to bed way too late making some of these videos, and I think that kind of put me in a slump, and it kind of just led me to push off these projects to the side. And I actually do have some videos that I want to make, and I actually have the next couple reviews planned out after the big special that I want to continue and that will be coming out. Whether or not that'll still be the 10th video, maybe. I'm still trying to work out the finer details of it, but I have started that video and it actually is nearly complete. So I'm hoping that I can put out that special in the near future, hopefully within the next couple of days, if I can find the motivation to continue it. I have received a lot of support through my friends who have thankfully been by my side since I started making these videos, and especially so my friend who gets these pictures, and I'll credit him probably on screen and in the description, as I do for most of my videos. But I want to consistently start uploading these videos again, and hopefully this won't be an issue in the future. And I'm also hoping that if this does happen again, I'll be able to give you guys a better notice, so I don't leave you guys hanging for another month. With all the expository stuff out of the way, let's move on to the actual video intro itself. The Zonda is the longest video on my channel to date. As of this posting, it'll probably be broken very soon. But with it being my longest video, there are a lot of bloopers that need to be covered. And a lot of them I think are really funny this time around. Not that the others weren't, but I think that a lot of these are hard to be broken. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm putting this out just because I really want you guys to continue liking and enjoying these videos. So I'm kind of putting this out as a thank you for sticking around if you still are here, and kind of as a reminder that I will be back in the near future. I'm hoping anyways. So with that being said, enjoy these bloopers. I don't think I've ever heard a single soul say that Pagani isn't one of the most prestigious performance brands out there, since they've made so many great cars, and this is one of them. The Pagani Zonda Cinque is one of their most exclusive. Wow, this is a great start. It has an absolutely massive 7.3-liter V12 engine that makes 761 horsepower. I flipped that, it's supposed to be 671. Whoops. It has an absolutely massive 7.3-liter engine that makes 671 horsepower and has a top speed of 217 miles an hour, which is on the higher end in the exotic tier, not the performance tier. That was last video. It has a massive 7.3-liter V12 engine that makes 671 horsepower and has a top speed of 700. Oh wow! I wish I had a top speed of 700 miles an hour. So how do those specs translate in the exotic tier? Since there are so many great cars in the exotic tier overall, it really needs to stand out to be worth using. Immediately noticeable is that this is one of the lightest cars in the tier as a whole. This is not a great idea to be recording right after I just worked a double. And I say that because it's one of the best cars in the tier overall. I'll get more into it whenever I get into its actual performance, starting with acceleration. And this is actually a very good car in terms
In terms of acceleration,
Acceleration is the first thing I'll touch on, and without surprise, it's very good. Like I said, this has a 0 to 60 time of 2.8 seconds, and I think this is actually really accurate in the game. Its lightweight actually makes it a very capable car for acceleration, and I'm just repeating myself at this point. Realizing as I'm making this video now that I made a mistake with my Murcielago SV video, because I said that it's a comparable car to this for acceleration. That was some really weird English, dude. What was that? I said in my Murcielago SV video that I think that it's a very comparable car to the Zonda in terms of acceleration, but after using the Zonda, I actually think that the Zonda is better. Even though I think the Murcielago is very capable with its all-wheel drive, I think the lighter weight that the Zonda offers actually beats it out more times out of 10 in terms of acceleration. I repeated myself way too much in that statement. Wow. Thankfully though, that's the only real performance disadvantage that the Zonda has, and the review... Why am I having issues and it's not even 3 minutes into the video itself? This is bad. Though, my dad must think I'm going insane by repeating the same things over and over again. I feel bad if he... I feel bad for him. And even though it's not a big difference, but this is also faster than the Viper ACR. And I think this is a huge advantage to have, especially when the Viper is most likely the best car in the tier. Now, it's only by a margin of around 1 or 2 miles an hour, but it's still something to be noted and something that the Zonda... Ooh boy. That was on a good roll until I... This is also partially due to... Ooh, what is... Partially due to...
partially due to the Zonda's mid-engine layout.
Brethren. So overall, I think the event actually does showcase the Zonda's capabilities pretty well, where speed and precision means everything, and direct attacks mean everything as well, especially when you're trying to maintain the Zonda's health throughout the pursuit. I ran out of breath throughout that statement. Oh my god. The first thing you'll probably notice about the NFS edition is the paint, and that there are only 2 options available for it. And I can't help but notice, but I think the NFS edition actually accelerates just a little bit faster. The specs on paper are exactly identical, 671 horsepower and a 2.2. But I couldn't find any distinguishable differences for performance. The papers on spec... Oh, here we go again with this. Papers on spec. Our next Zonda variant that we're going to move on to is the Cinque Roadster Coupe. Excuse me? Other than that, the specs on paper are the same. So, the same 671 horsepower that the Coupe and the NFS edition both have. But, I don't know if I want to say that
The faster shifting is the best part about it.
That wasn't even right. I can't even correct myself correctly. I don't really think that this is the best introduction to the Zonda. Even though it does show that it's a very strong accelerating car for top speed and handling... What? I don't really think that this is the best introduction to the Zonda. Even though it does showcase that it is a very capable car for acceleration and top speed, it's a very straightforward event, quite literally, because there's only 2 turns in the event, I would say. And even though it does have an off-road sector, which showcases that the Zonda is a very low-riding car, and if you don't take that beaten trail... Oh, come on. Let's get this bread. Man, this caffeine's gonna be hitting me later. Woo! Showed that it's a really good handling car as well. There's only 2 turns, I would say, in the event, and it does show that the Zonda is a very low-riding car with its... What do I want to say with that? Is it like a... It's not the beaten path, it's like a trailed path. The trail... I don't know, man. It literally says in the game somewhere, but... Brethren... last racer variant of the Zonda is the Roadster NFS edition. And I'll try to move past this quickly, just because, like I said, with the Roadster, I don't really think there's any... God. Bro. The Roadster and the NFS edition of the Roadster can... Roaster? Was I trying to say Rooster, Roadster, or Roaster? I have no clue. The Zonda Roadster and the NFS edition of the Roadster can once again be selected in an event, but not as an exclusive car per se. They face off against the cops once again in a hot pursuit, along with Brethren. I need to get my stuff together. Damn it. Compared to the Racer, of course, the Zonda is faster with acceleration. And even though the specs are largely the same, well, the specs are exactly the same, because we're talking about the cop version. Ugh! Again, finds itself to be very capable for those that, again, with capable. I said that way too many times in this video already. I gotta figure out a different word to use. Synonyms for capable. Able. I don't know, man. Rapid responses, and that is the McLaren MP412C. Now, I think the MP412C is also one of the best cars overall in the rapid deployment. That's Super Series. Even though I don't think the Zonda Interceptor is bad with this Even though I don't think the Zonda Interceptor is bad with its acceleration. Why do I have so much trouble with its acceleration? It's a constant thing with these videos. It's acceleration, it's acceleration, it's acceleration, it's oh my god. Freaking biscuits. Oh, lost my words again. The Interceptor, but that's not to say that it's bad with Frick.